Warning: the following contains opinions that you might not agree with. It may also contain too much positivity that you might not be able to handle, but in all seriousness, viewer discretion is advised for the following program.
If you were to live alone or be the head of your family, is it possible for you to avoid the trappings of consumerism to live a simple, healthy life?
Given a choice, honestly, I think the main thing is the internet lah. If I have enough money, I'll just go back to the woods, man. You don't need internet to live, but if internet has the information. So, actually, I will go back to caveman. Hunt, eat, sustenance.
I think you'll get a lot of testosterone doing that.
Yeah, it's a simple life. It's a simple life. Yeah, and but imagine raising your kids in a world of internet, but they have no access to internet. Yeah, it will be hard lah. It will be hard because you need to refer to the internet to for guide to parenting and all that. But it will be hard lah. But it's one that I don't mind living. But maybe not my kids or. Even though I don't want them to be engaged in internet, like I want them to decide for themselves. So 10, 20 years from now, when I'm married and have kids, I'll let them grow up like normal kids, not miss out. Like I realize that childhood is very important. I want them to grow up, have proper emotional and social development. Watch more TV, go with the kids. Play with the kids. But yeah, I think the main thing for me is the internet, because internet fuels consumerism. It's like to start a fire, you need heat, you need oxygen, you need fuel. Internet is the oxygen that fuels the fire. Yeah. What about you, Jones?
I think I would, sir. I just again it leads to striking a balance law. But okay, as the head of the family, right, I must set a good example also. I shouldn't encourage myself and my family members to create social media just for the sake of entertainment and do mindless scrolling. It should be in the form of educational purposes, whether it improves you or not. And if it doesn't, then don't, But of course, you cannot completely abstain it lah. I mean, if your child needs it for school, then by all means go ahead lah. But as parents, also you should also set a clear boundary and the limitations of the usage. Is that correct term? Limitation? Yeah, limit the usage lah. To recommended time as what Subhash mentioned lah. Or if it's not too much social media overload, then you don't need to really scroll for like more than 10 minutes ma. Yeah, but if just strictly for school, then by all means go ahead. So I don't think you can completely abstain it. Yeah, unless your family is a wanted by the police or something, and then you don't want to publicize.
Man thinks it's Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. You're the one the government to know where and what your whereabouts. Yeah, so you want to completely abstain from it.
The coke house is here. The coke house is here.
But yeah, that's my notion. Sam, how about you?
Honestly, I really want to go back simpler times. Yeah. I had this hate-love-hate relationship. The whole social media stuff. Like, sometimes I think it's beneficial, sometimes I think it's a negative thing. Some part of me wants to cut off everything. Some part of me wants to be updated to be materialistic. But
Do you think it's just burnt out? Because if you're burnt out, all you need is like peace, and you think that I need some time off. Then if you're like I don't know want to be creative, right? Then you're actually seeking out social media to find creativeness. I mean, there is a difference, but I think that's what you're referring to, right? Sometimes you feel like that.
yeah, I guess right now I'm pretty much. I guess with schoolwork and stuff. Um. Okay. I guess I could use that. Yeah. Like yeah. Have a avenue for different types of needs. Um. But if I were to have my own family, then I would I would want to give my kids the traditional style of growing up. Traditionally, we not much of the maybe more of the playing the dance and stuff like physical stuff. And I think that I want them to experience um,
The
the
togetherness.
enhancement of the that too, but like the enhancement of senses. Like I want them to experience how is it like to you know like I will let them do skateboarding and all those stuff. May it break their bones or something like that. Um, it it's like it's like the essentials of life that you like you give them life lessons towards like activities. And I think like exposing these kinds of consumeristic activities such as social media and such like that in such a young age is such a bad it's like a bad parenting move because like the influence that you're giving to your child is very like you don't really control it. Like yeah, you might say that you have control with your child's uh like the usage of social media, but do you really have control with what's going in their minds? Right? Like the questions that like I'm pretty sure they're very curious on if like what's going on, and I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to like give them an avenue as much as possible to immediately learn about the negative side of the world and stuff. And okay, I'm not trying to make them that I'm not trying to make them go as someone who's very naive. I'll teach them by physical lessons. Like I mean physical I don't mean punches and all that shit but um basically like life lessons. So and like, I just don't want them to uh, I don't want them to be exposed how kids nowadays are exposed to. And I want them to learn how was it like for me, but better, you know. And I want to be with them as much as possible. And um, I want them to know what's idealistic, what what's actually idealistic in this world. I want them to I want them to hold my mindset, positivity, and you know, uh, the ability to live out each day in such positivity. And yeah, that's what I'm building. Oh, that's what I'm building right now, which is what will I pass on to my kids. Yeah, um, but yeah, I wouldn't like like you said, I wouldn't like cut them off with the with what they with the things that they need. But as much as possible, I limit myself with I'll limit my kids uh, to not start the digital learnings, like digitally. Like, I wouldn't let them search the web like at such a young age. And also, actually, yeah, that's about it. More traditional, more traditional bringing up.
Yeah, I think it's like what Jones mentioned, the cycle, right? Good times, hard men, weak times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then when your children grow up, they might have a opposing view of what you had.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's going to be
Own
their
choice.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't control that, definitely. But what I can, what matters to me is what I actually give them. Because if I couldn't give them the 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 childhood that actually what I think they deserve, then you know, uh, what's the point of having kids then if you know that you can't really provide for them? Yeah. Okay. Right. I guess this is the last question. How can we sub in the consumerist culture, or must we abstain from it to self?
I would say I think everyone should be depressed at one point in time, right? Everything. If you're not depressed, go do something depressing because it will make you appreciate life more. You because you will tell you what are your priorities. Of course, you have to self-reflect in order to realize that most people they're in depression. They're mostly self-pitying. Why am I like this? Why is this happening to me? But they had to realize that yeah, it's a avenue to realize that what is your actual values. Like it might be, I mean, like it doesn't have to be something good. Okay, it might be someone that's chaotic, right? I mean, it's okay, perfectly fine. Accept it as a part of yourself. But the thing is, right, chaos is bad. Chaos is uh, it's not desirable. But that's what society tells you. But you have to be depressed, and if you find out that you actually love chaos, then embrace it because you're part of society. You have to realize that even though you're just an individual, you are still part of a society. Chaos is still necessary, and I think it is important for people to be depressed and self-reflect and perfect abstinence from social media. Will if you never use social media, it doesn't matter to you. But if you abstain it after like using like 3 or 4 hours per day for like prolonged period of time, let's say 3 years, and you abstain it, I'm telling you, you will be depressed. You will be depressed. But it is important for you to self-reflect and align your priorities and make sure your priorities are what you think they are. You can't have conflicting views within yourself. So abstinence, if you feel like yeah, if you feel hopeless, if you feel there's no purpose in life, you just go for it. Abstain, fall into depression, come back stronger. But if you are generally like Jones, right, you really use it like sometimes you're very controlled, then I think abstinence doesn't really make a difference to you. So you just continue using it as per normal. Yeah. What about you, Jones?
Yeah, I have the same notion as you, but in terms of the if you were to, it depends on your goals and your purpose. So if I were Sam, if I want to improve my artistic skills and my reach in case I get customers, right, then yeah, if that's the basis of self improvement, then by all means I have to be in this sort of consumerist culture lah. And if I want to gain more knowledge as well, then I if that's how I'm gonna self improve, then yeah, by all means embrace it lah. But then there comes a balance where if I need to abstain from social media and the consumerist culture just to self improvement and just to self improve and sort of do some soul searching, then yeah, I would classify that as self improvement if that really if abstaining really makes you improve on the basis of soul searching. But I guess again it boils down on your purpose and your end goal. What do you want to achieve by abstaining from social media and the consumerist culture, or what can you gain from gaining a lot of knowledge? And that's where Sam's point of selective hearing and selective gathering of information comes around. Yeah. So ultimately, is your purpose law. Yeah.
Purpose again.
A lot of purpose. Yeah.
Thing is, because you don't have purpose in life, you do something stupid. You have entire generation without purpose. They become stupid. Like imagine, I still remember there's this TikTok trend that goes around and steals something notable from somewhere public. They steal they steal the freaking toilet door. They steal the exit signs in the movie theater. They steal the road signs, right? They steal road signs from the traffic, on the road. Is that they
why?
create total chaos, man. It's just you have one entire generation that is stupid, chasing FOMO, chasing a clout. Yeah, there's also the milk crate challenge, right? They step on the milk crate and try to step off it. That's stupid, bro. I mean, I'm like, let them do it. Natural selection. Let them do it.
I was about to say natural selection. I guess I don't want to be part of that society. That's why I abstain from it, and that's how I want to self improve, yeah. But again, it depends on your goal. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man. Back to you, Sam.
I honestly don't. I would have to contest what Subhash said. What that you have to be depressed. I think it's more to be. You have to lose yourself in order to find yourself. And I actually okay, I'm just going to read what I've actually written, and that you can take you can make like, for example, in my case, you can use all these things as an advantage, especially in developed countries as Singapore, I mean anywhere in the world, with the resources that we actually have. Like, for example, like for us, we have library. With these like possibilities, if that creates like a way, but then it's useless if there's no will. There's a saying that there's a will, but for you to go along that way, there's a way, but for you to go along that way, there must be a will. So yeah, just what I've mentioned in the past, limit your interest to materialism, and instead find the willpower and discipline which will help you along the way. So yeah, I guess finding this this so-called willpower and like the discipline will actually create purposes in life that
Amen.
you'll find.
Amen.
Yeah, like I feel like nowadays, like with our current generation, our current generation relies on trends and stupidity and like memes, like very like unthought provoking memes, like yeah, like it's funny, but then you realize that, I mean, as later on in life you realize that that's actually like a joke, like it's not a mature joke. And now I actually a great discovery is that now I find jokes funny only if they are true, rather than rather than the so-called the uh, actually don't know how to say this. It's
Like staged.
yeah, something like that. Like stage, like the just for laughs kind of thing. Like they put the laughing track or something like that. They expect you to laugh. That kind of thing. It's like it's not.
A bit like in comedy
Yeah.
shows.
You know, you this thing on the every single Friends fan.
Sorry, the what
This thing
again?
on every single Friends fan. There's laugh tracks in the entire series.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends. Yeah, I actually seen the what do you call this the scenes without the laughing tracks, and they're actually not funny. Like the jokes that she present, they're actually not good.
It's like
But yeah,
psychological manipulation. This is
yeah,
why
yeah.
office supremacy.
This is why
Office
what?
supremacy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's no laugh track. It's just awkward moments and pure comedy.
Yeah.
You can actually feel the cringe, to feel the emotions. I think it's a really well made show, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, going back to purposes. Uh, just okay. It's like everything that we just said. It's like very subjective. It's to each of his own. But at the end of the day, what matters is not what you have, but what can you give. And um, and you shouldn't focus on the things that you possess. And I mean, I'm not saying that you should always give it or whatnot. I mean, give um selectively, if you're able to give, and like you, you realize that you have some excess, then sure, can give. Um but yeah, just like, I think I've been talking too much, like the about the purpose thing, that it kind of it kind of makes my the my mind a bit stagnant. So like the whole purpose thing is a bit like boring to me. Like it bores me now, like the whole purpose thing. But um um excuse me if I keep on delaying this. Just that I just couldn't find the words to just
No man, take your time, no rush.
Man, I think if you lost for words, then I mean,
listen.
I mean, sometimes less said the better. Yeah.
Totally agree with you. Anyways, I guess I'll try. I'll attempt to actually make my ending statement a bit powerful. Um, uh, it's not related to tech or consumerism or something like that. To those out there who's like sort of discouraged with all the consumerists, and like you feel like you're getting like you're getting out of track. Like let's say you don't have the latest gadgets and whatnot. Just know that you have what you need, and you should whatever that you do, just do, yeah, just do it. Then just do with whatever that you have. Let me tell you that your willpower and discipline costs more than the gadgets that exist in the market right now. No matter how limited your resources are, your ideas, your creativity, your the things that the things that's unique to you, it's more powerful than the gadgets out there in the market. Let me just tell you right now. And that creates an ultimate purpose, like why you should continue to do what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing. Be persistent. wait, consistent. Be consistent with what you're doing and never lose hope. I mean, be realistic, but don't give up. Basically, like I think it goes well with it goes to Jones as well. Jones brother, I'm very proud of you that you actually tried with the whole drop shipping thing, and it's very honorable that you actually do that. But I actually want to encourage you that that there are other eh, avenues for you to actually do your business. But yeah, we got you, right?
Thanks, man.
we got your moral support. No. But yeah, just to everyone, stay strong and stay positive as much as possible. Don't even though I'm not trying to be naive again. I'm just saying that with a positive mind goes a long way. Right? Yeah. I think that's it for the case. Subhash, our guest, do you have any like uh, last words before we end the podcast?
Yeah, sure, man. Thanks for having me. And I think the whole takeaway
Thank
from the
you.
podcast is realize that everything is a cycle. There's bad times, there's good times. So you had sometimes if you're having too much of a good time, sometimes you have to indulge yourself in a bad time to appreciate the good times and maybe even create the good times. Yeah. So don't worry about if your life is depressing or it seems bad right now.
Oh, not
It's gonna get better. And if your life is quite good right now, anticipate the bad things. Or just saying,
Amen.
bad things will fuck up one, but just be aware of it and just be happy, man. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Do what you love most, except scroll social media. Apparently, early in the morning, especially, don't do that. And I think, yeah, just be mindful of that, and your quality of life, your relationships will improve tremendously. So thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Pleasure, so much.
Subhash.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, we
That's
actually
what she
must thank
said.
you for coming.
No, honestly, the discussions that we had is quite philosophical. It really got us thinking in a different perspective, and I really appreciate that, Subhash. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been told that autistic people think different. So, autistic people are like immune to advertisements.
Really?
And advertisements don't work on them. Like they can tell it's a psychops, right? Psychological operation. Yeah, I don't know. There's not the clear mechanism is not established, but it's quite interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a good thing then.
Maybe it's good to be autistic once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Any parting words, Jokes?
No, I've said my piece.
Work on your morals, guys. Don't work on your social climb. Don't work on the morals. At the end of the day, it's the morals. People will be talking about you. How um how good are you, and not how much you make, and not how much like yeah. But yeah. Anyways, Subhash, Junes, do you guys have your admin bottles with you?
Yeah, I do.
Subhash?
I remember it.
I have a Dare to Dream H2O bottle with me.
Oh,
Okay, that's perfect.
I really feel like having a 100 plus of H2O now. Yeah, haven't been drinking that.
I miss 100 plus actually. Like even though it's not really my favorite drink, I miss the uncarbonated 100 plus.
Yeah.
You make Pocari Sweat.
Oh.
Yeah, we have Pocari Sweat.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. In the pack.
You know, I was cleaning my duffel bag and found one Pocari Sweat issued to us during field camp.
Huh?
Yeah, it expired, but I still have it. It has my name on it.
Oh my god. Oh, you have to show
Like
us.
4307.
Don't use it, don't use it.
Keep it, bro. Keep
Yeah.
it, bro. Don't drink it. I mean, you guys want to drink it like one time. Like,
Yeah.
let's say
I will give it to my son when he goes back to the when he gets enlisted in the future. Drink it on the first day. Reports say go away.
Hey, bring new reservists.
Oh, I should give that to Sean.
Don't know if he's coming back. Or give it
If he comes back, he will regret it because I'm gonna give it to him.
if one of us comes back, if I come back,
Nah, you will come back one.
for sure you.
I'm pretty sure you'll come back.
Okay, Subhash, since you're the guest, right?
Yeah.
Normally the tradition is to say our quote. Life is good, so live it well.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I mean-
because you're the guest, so you say it, and then we'll do like a water parade style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the 9 core values. 8 core values.
Really? You gonna say it?
Then core values are.
If you remember, I salute you.
Oh,
Without googling.
okay. What's that? Okay. Damn. Okay, what's the quote again? What's the quote you want us to say?
Life is good, so live it well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I think that's
Let me
easier than
check
core
my
values,
water.
right? so
Life is
you
good.
say wait, so you say the
Bottles up.
bottles up, caps off.
Okay.
After that the
Bottles
quote.
up,
Right.
Bottles up.
Wow,
caps
nice.
off.
Caps off.
3 army buddies.
Remember,
Alright, the quote.
life is good,
Yeah.
so live it well.
Yeah.
Repeat after
man.
me.
Yes,
The
Thanks, guys.
SF 8 core values are
it's continuing.
loyalty to country,
Rise the country.
leadership,
Leadership.
Leadership.
discipline,
Discipline. Nationalism.
Fighting spirit.
professionalism. Correct.
Yeah.
Fighting spirit,
Ethics.
Fighting spirit.
Ethics.
Care for
Care for
care for
soldiers.
soldiers.
Safety.
Safety.
Woo.
Drink up.
Thanks so much.
Bingo. See you guys next week. Thank you so much again. See ya.